to my channel. And before I start, I would like to introduce myself first. This is Jessamine Balloon Palaha. And now let us tackle about our content for today. And our content for today is all about material, which is so-called language learning materials, about education, which is giving some learning to the student. So before I start to discuss, please click and like the subscribe and click the notification below. So here we go, guys. Material. Language learning material is a material that is used to gain knowledge, learn something. It can be book, YouTube, newspaper, TV, or any material that can provide information, learning to the learners. And materials is a useful thing that learners can learn more about language. Material development is an evaluation of language teaching material. It can be study or practical undertaking. Practical undertaking is done by the teachers, writer, or learners that provide source. Example, research paper. It can be one best example, the word practical undertaking. Material development can be a supplier of information by the experiences and language to promote language learning. It can be also writing any textbook, sharing stories, or telling story that can produce advertisement to the classroom and produce learning. Two parts of material development, which is the positive and negative trend. First is the positive. More materials making use of corpus data reflecting than actual use. Second, there is an evidence of a movement away from spoken practice of written grammar and towards experience of spoken grammar in use. Number 3, materials that requires investment by the learners in order for them to make discoveries for themselves from analysis of simple language in use. For negative trend by the materials development. There is a tendency to underestimate learners linguistically, intellectually, and emotionally. Second, learners would not gain from intellectually demanding activities while engaged in language learning. Last, those are things that passed in materials development. There are many positive that still and negative too, but we have selected those part of positive and negative trends. Here are the issues of materials development. Students have needs and wants that should be fulfilled by that learning. And the teacher needs and wants for the students their participation in class, their cooperation to learn more. Who should develop the material? And how should the material be developed? And how should material be evaluated? Here are another issue for materials development. Is material aimed to contribute to teachers' development as well as language learning? Is material learning or acquisition focused? Another types of material evaluation. There are many types of material evaluation, but it is not possible that generalization about procedure because it applies to all many types. First, types of material evaluation. Pre-use. Pre-use involves making predictions about the potential value of materials for the users. Second, as risk-used evaluation, it involves measuring the value of materials while using them or while observing them being used. Third, post-use evaluation is probably the most valuable type of evaluation, and it can measure the actual effects of material on the users. Last, checklist has become popular. Materials evaluation are certain checklists from literature have been frequently made of use of in evaluation. And last part of material evaluation are so-called material standard approaches to material evaluation. National curriculum committees which have decided that book should use in school purely are criteria organized systematically and criteria sufficient to help the evaluator to reach useful conclusion, and many more approaches materials evaluation, but we only selected those part. That would be all. Thank you. And guys, we are done from our discussion, from our giving some ideas. So thank you for watching this video, this content. I hope that you've learned something. You've learned a lot from this channel. And thank you. Please don't forget to click and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.